Yes,
Aaron Rodgers
he can't
dissed
take a
him.
joke. I searched through hell and earth and fire to
Earth and Fire.
find a video of why is it valid for Aaron Rodgers to be talking about Jimmy Kimmel, and I found it's a couple of videos. It was an award show where he said something slick about Aaron Rodgers, and also I have a clip here where he said something slick about Aaron Rodgers, and I'm like, well, it's
Well, yeah,
valid.
basically they have opposing political beliefs,
Uh huh.
and so anytime Jimmy Kimmel has this like opening monologue or closing monologue on his talk show, he'll take if Aaron Rodgers is in the news, he'll take shots at him because Jimmy
Think
Kimmel
get views.
is on the blue side and Aaron Rodgers is on the red side. So
That's a fake ish.
so, and they send shots at each other all the time and do little jokes. And Aaron Rodgers did this, but I actually did see in some things that Jimmy Kimmel could be a possible list or may have been mentioned. I don't know if it's all a legend, and I don't know if he was actually there or not. But there was some stuff coming out him that did have him linked. But apparently, Jimmy Kimmel tweets him and it goes, "Dear asshole, for the record, I've not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein, or nor will you find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. You reckless words put my family in danger. Keep it up. We will debate the facts further in court." And he added him on Twitter at the end.
So right here what we're gonna show you is basically what caused the
What's the
situation.
beef about?
Aaron Rodgers is gonna say this joke that happened early in 2023, and then he gonna follow up with it a few months before 2023 ended, saying he's ready to pop them balloons, ready to celebrate.
This has something to do with the Epstein list that came out.
Feels like
That's supposed to be coming out soon. That's supposed to be coming out soon.
look, this guy's been
There's
waiting
a
in
lot
his
of
wine
people-
cellar.
Yeah.
I've been waiting in my wine cellar for this
He's
thing.
hiding.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't.
All right. Obviously, a clip from this particular program was run on Jimmy Kimmel's show whenever Aaron brought up the list, and then Jimmy mocked him for it. Aaron has not forgotten about that, but here we are, sitting right in front of that nice bottle of scotch. What do you say? I'm waiting to celebrate something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something
He's
awesome.
been waiting
That's
for
the one.
You've been waiting for
Hey, I'll tell you what. If that list comes out, I definitely will be popping some sort of bottle.
Been obvious that he was not.
Aaron, you said you like to learn as many things as you can and hang in any conversation. Are you vaccinated, and what's your stance on vaccinations?
Yeah, I've been immunized.
Yeah, you see, did you notice the air quotes? That's how you know. We now know he is not.
So try to call him out. Yeah, he talks about him quite a bit on his monologues, and he always has something to say about Aaron Rodgers and jokes about him all the time. And seems like Aaron gets him back, or if Aaron hears rumors, he's gonna let it be known. And now Jimmy is like too sensitive and wants to, if we're gonna start slandering each other, let's have lawyers and being involved in court. It just seems like, I don't know. It seems just like he's just tired of it, so now he wants to sue him. But it's like you got a part in it too. It's not like you're innocent. Like you've
true.
never said anything about Aaron at all, and Aaron's just saying stuff about you constantly. I think even if you did take him to court, they'd have to take in consideration how many times you brought up Aaron Rodgers as a butt of a joke, and then it's like it's like the song. It's cool when they do it.
It's a problem.
It's a problem when I do it.
Facts. But how do you feel about? So I mean, after the situations happen, Aaron
I think
Rodgers.
Jimmy Kimmel's soft. I mean, a lot of people think that he's such an angel now, but they forget that he had the man show. He literally had a show where he had girls jumping on trampolines for a segment. So he's not some type of angel, man. Everyone's got skeletons in the closet.
True.
But Jimmy probably has more than most. He's been alleged a lot of things, and dealt with alcoholism and all kinds of stuff, and now possibly connected with this, with some reports saying and some not. So it's just like he just needs to let it up. He's not no angel.
But how do you feel about how? So after this whole
And you know what's coming? This is coming from a guy who hates Aaron Rodgers. I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers at all. Brett Favre for life. Brett Favre is always and will forever be better than Aaron Rodgers, but Jimmy Kimmel is like one of the dumbest people I've ever seen talk, and I'm not letting him get away with this. When it's like, it's like when a kid slaps you and you slap him back, and then they want to go run and tell the teacher, oh, he's assaulting me. Well, I would have never done nothing if you wouldn't have tried to mess with me. Keep your hands to yourself. And it's like, it's the same thing with this situation. It would have never happened if you didn't start it, so just keep your hands to yourself and there's no issue.
Well, now it's a big issue because Disney's got into it, and they're like, we don't want Aaron Rodgers on the show anymore. And Pat McAfee's like, nah,
We already got a contract.
him and Aaron Rodgers are on a contract, so he can't necessarily get kicked off that easily. And now people are feeling like, well, what does this mean for ESPN now that Pat McAfee has bucked the system and said, I'm still doing what I want to do? Who's going to be the next person to do this? Because like we said earlier before,
a lot of people were worried when Pat McAfee joined ESPN because they thought that they were going to censor him because, he's kind of a free talker. He kind of says what's on his mind and, doesn't really care what the repercussions. And people, with Disney, being
PG,
super, trying to be, super woke and having their agendas that
they don't want necessary drama.
They don't want the certain types of things in their headlines.
Exactly.
And they own ESPN, so they're going to try to play it a certain way.
And they own ESPN, and I think Jimmy Kimmel's on Fox.
No, Jimmy Kimmel's not on Fox.
What's
He's
on?
What is he on, ABC? So he would.
Yeah.
And Disney owns what? Was it ABC?
I don't think
Or
Disney
CBS.
But
I
can't
correct
remember
me
if
if
that's
I'm
on
wrong.
ABC
I
or
think
CBS.
Jimmy Kimmel is on a channel that's owned by Disney, so they technically, I think, have like the same boss.
Yeah, so if they have the same boss, they definitely can't be beefing like that. But the thing is,
Same
Pat
top boss.
McAfee's already went on TV and apologized, and also basically,
So it's a live show. If someone says something, I can't rewind time and make him not say it.
and
It's live.
that's the crazy part. As soon as this happened, you see Stephen A. Smith on his podcast talking about this, like, oh yeah, it's not Pat McAfee's fault. It's a lot, like our coach just said, it's a live show. People can say what they want. But I mean, like what's his name said?
Aaron Rodgers.
No, not Aaron
Jimmy
Rodgers.
Kimmel?
Pat McAfee.
Pat
Pat
McAfee.
McAfee said that Norby Williamson. That Norby Williamson dude at ESPN is the reason why basically all this is happening. He's blaming him. He already called him out in his apology speech on he's on the show. So we're going to see what happens. I don't really think ESPN is going to continue with the deal. This is probably going to be the end of this deal. Maybe.
I think Pat needs to go back to running his own show.
and
It's
yeah,
nice when
yeah.
you get ESPN's like technology and their connections and stuff.
does he
where
really need
you
it?
don't really you don't have to do as much hands on and you can kind of have them do all the background behind the scenes stuff. But it's like all that comes with the price. Nothing's free.
True. I mean, he can always do what he was always doing the college football thing, come on there, and also doing his Pat McAfee show and doing the WWE commentary, because he was doing that.
He's a busy guy.
So he was a busy guy. Who would have thought an ex-punter, ex-Colt punter doing all this stuff? But y'all need to comment below. Let us know how you feel about this whole situation. Does Aaron Rodgers need to act professional? We need to apologize? Because, I mean, even though Jimmy Kimmel does make jokes at him, like the joke that Aaron Rodgers made, that's real serious allegations. And you can't just be, like, putting that on people. People got a brand. People got a family.
Well, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of bad because if you're joking and you're going back and forth, and then someone finally goes, "Oh, that's too far."
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like, well, I felt the last one that you said was too far, and then so it's like, it's
True.
It just never ends.
Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle, man. But more peace, more love, no war.
They should box. I like to
Fact,
see them
you
box.
see that?
Settle in the ring.
Put
Down the guns. Put up the gloves.
So what's the main fight? The main fight is Kevin Hart versus Kevin Hart
Williams.
versus Cat Williams, or
Yeah, that's the
Jimmy
main
and
card.
Aaron.
No, it's the prelims.